Here we are, it's lesson 6, time for a little more practice with the classwork. We can do quite a lot of things now to investigate and to analyze a sentence. For example, we can find the places in a sentence. For example, here's the shifter. Here's one X word place, a second X word place, the subject, the predicate. We know that the M place follows the X place, and then everything left is the Y. We also can indicate ties. For example, in this sentence, the X word is ties with the subject. The X word is ties with the present. And the X word is ties with the verb challenging. That's the ing form. We also can identify the phrases in the Y place. We learned that there's 6 different phrases. This Y is a verb phrase, no time. So I think we're doing pretty good. Let me just fix the focus on this. And let's take a look at some sentences. We'll do a little practice and make sure that things are going well. So let's take turns on these sentences that follow. I'll begin, and then it'll be your turn. So stop the video, analyze the next sentence. When you're done, come back and we'll analyze each sentence before you watch me do it. Then you can compare your work and get some feedback on how you're doing. So I'll begin. Last night is the shifter. Were is the X word. I move it to the front to make a yes-no question. Jean and Roy is the subject. Everything left is the predicate. Were ties with the subject. Were ties with the past. We're talking about last night. And there is no verb, so we're done. N is in the M place. At home is Y. Now, I have to decide the kind of phrase in Y. At home is a prepositional phrase. Your turn. Come back when you're done. Jean works in a restaurant from 5 to 11 p.m. every weekday evening. Every weekday evening is a shifter. From 5 to 11 p.m. is a shifter. And Jean works in a restaurant. Okay, so the X word is does. Does Jean work? Jean doesn't work. Jean is the subject. Everything left is the predicate. And the ties, we have Jean. And let me see if I can fix the brightness, a little bit too much light. Works ties with the subject. Works ties with the present. We have the M place is over here. And everything left is Y. Now, works is the S form. The S form ties with time, so Y is a verb phrase with time. Okay, your turn. Come back when you're ready. Last night, Roy was taking a test in his business class at MPC. Last night, at MPC, in his business class, we have 3 shifters in this sentence. That's a lot. Let's take the X word. Roy is the subject. Everything between is the predicate. And let me see if I can adjust this a little bit, make it a little bit darker. Okay, and let's do the M place first before we do the ties, because then we'll have a little more room to work. Was ties with Roy, the subject. Was ties with the past, last night. And was ties with the taking, That's the ing form. Why is a verb phrase with, verb phrase, no time. Okay. Their only problem is they have no time to spend together. No shifters. X word, subject, predicate, M place, Y, in ties. Is ties with their subject. Is ties with the present. There's no verb. So now we have to decide what kind of phrase it is. It's a trunk, which is a sentence. It's just a shifter and predicate. Let's continue. Jean and Roy met each other several months ago at a party. At a party, several months ago, Jean and Roy met each other. Did Jean and Roy meet each other? Jean and Roy did not meet each other. Jean and Roy is the subject. The predicate is everything between. The M place is here after X before met. And met each other is Y. This sentence has just one tie. Met ties with the past. This is a past form. And that makes Y a verb phrase with time. Okay. At any point, if you have a question, we can always stop and talk about them. They had already seen each other once or twice before. Once or twice before, they had already seen each other. Had is the X word. Move it here to make the question. They is the subject. Everything between is the predicate. Had, already is the M word. And seen each other is Y. Had ties with the present. Had ties with seen. That's the DTN form. And that makes Y a verb phrase, no time. They were almost perfect strangers. Okay, no shifters. Were is the X word. They is the subject. Predicate to the end. Now, we might think that almost is the M word, but actually it's not. Almost works together with perfect. They weren't perfect strangers, they were almost perfect. So almost perfect goes together. It means that the M place is empty. Everything left is Y. Were ties with they. Were ties with the past. There is no verb form, but I need to give a name to this phrase, almost perfect strangers. I do that by finding the head, strangers, and strangers is a noun phrase. Okay, I hope this is going well. Let's continue a little bit more. Okay, so they were shy. No shifters. X word is was. Other X word placed in the front. They is the subject. Were shy is the predicate. The M place is between were and shy. And shy is Y. Were ties with the subject they. Were ties with the past. There's no verb. I need to decide what kind of a word or phrase is shy. Adjective phrase. I can say very shy. As a result, the party gave them their first opportunity to speak to each other. As a result. The party gave them. Okay, so the X word is did. Did the party give them? The party did not give them. The party is the subject. Everything left is the predicate. The M place is here, right after the X, before gave. And gave them their first opportunity to speak together is why. Gave ties with the past. It's the past form. This verb ties with time, so it's a verb phrase with time. The party was on Halloween night. No shifters. X word. Other X word place. Party. Predicate. And on Halloween is why. Was ties with the subject. Was ties with the past. There's no verb. On Halloween, prepositional phrase. Since then, they have developed a close bond. Since then is the shifter. Have is the X word. Subject. Predicate. M place. Developed a close bond is why. Have ties with the subject. Have ties with the present. And have ties with developed. Developed is the DTN form. That makes it a verb phrase, no time. Okay, they moved in together a month ago. A month ago they moved in together. Did they move in? They did not move in. They is the subject. Moved in together is the predicate. The X place is here. The M place follows the X. And moved in together is Y. Moved ties with the past, a month ago. That makes it a past form. Y is a verb phrase with time. Okay, and last one on this page. Now their relationship is more intense. Is this the X word? Is their relationship more intense? Their relationship is the subject, the predicate, M, and Y is more intense. You can see how more really just goes together with intense. Is ties with the subject, is ties with the present. There's no verb form. I need to name the phrase more intense. It's an adjective phrase. Okay, you do the next one. I'll get this one ready. Our last sentence. Things rarely stay the same. No shifter. Do things rarely stay the same? Things do not rarely stay the same. Things is the subject. Everything left is the predicate. Rarely is an M word. It's kind of in the same group as always, sometimes, often. And then stay the same is why. Stay ties with things. Stay ties with the present. It's the no S form. That makes why a verb phrase with time. Before you go on to lesson 7, make sure that you're really comfortable with this and you're able to easily or fairly easily identify phrases, the why, the em place, and then you'll be really ready to go on. So I'll see you in lesson 7.